Howdy, my name's Bob Terry. In my family's library of thousands of books and other writings dealing with the American West are several thousand books of Western fiction. These are in printed form, and there are also many in digital format now. While combing through some of the magazines from the early 1900s, I often come across stories of the Old West. These were written by authors who were learning their craft and shaping the way others would learn from and build upon. Many of these stories are by authors who were very popular in their time over 100 years ago, but now their popularity and fame has faded to almost nothing. Their exciting, adventurous tales of the American West have been forsaken, left to crumble as the pages do of old magazines. I decided to set aside the books that I'd been reading and take a serious look at these magazine westerns. I have to say, I got hooked on them. While I have found some that are short stories that are nice reading, I also discovered treasures of well-done, gripping action adventures that are difficult to put down. As I searched for more westerns in the pages of these ancient magazines, it occurred to me that unlike other authors of the time, for instance, Zane Grey or Owen Wister, many of these authors' tales were likely only printed once. Deciding it would be such a waste not to share these with a world of Western adventure fans, I have chosen some of my favorites for this collection in this book. This book of short stories is titled Lawmen, Outlaws, Cowboys and Women of the West. The cover art is from the late 1800s Western painting behind me here. While there are many Westerns in our collection that we do not have the rights to publish, we have made certain of the secure publishing rights for these. I have found adventure, comedy, romance, and extreme drama in the pages of these stories. 3 of these stories were written around 100 years ago, when the West was still a bit wild in places, and some of the authors had a real-time knowledge of the ruggedness of the American West. The first story in this collection is by Lori York Erskine from 1925, titled The Long Trail from Luling. The second is by Izola Forrester from 1912, titled Fugitives from Eden. Izola was convinced she was a granddaughter of John Wilkes Booth, and even wrote a book about him and her family titled This One Mad Act. The third is by famous cowboy poet Robert V. Carr from 1918 and is titled The Guns of Hemper. The fourth is one of my original Western short stories, titled Lightning in the Chiricahuas. The stories are now available in Kindle form and in paperback. This book of short stories is 528 pages long. The links for the book are in the description below. If you're a fan of classic Western writing, like I am, by authors Louis L'Amour, Zane Grey, Max Brand, Lee Brackett, and Will Cook, just to name a few, then I think you will enjoy these stories as I did. If you decide to purchase a copy of Lawmen, Outlaws, Cowboys, and Women of the West, I want to thank you in advance and ask you to please leave a review, letting other Western fans see what you thought of the adventures on these pages. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.